Antonio, so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed SpongeBob. You were brilliant and hilarious.
Thank you.
But what do you think other adults are going to enjoy about this film?
Of the fantasy in it, the possibilities that the movie has, which are endless. You know, anything can happen from the moment our superstar is a sponge. You know, anything. It was fun to actually discover it because as you know, I mean, of course, anybody knows about SpongeBob. It's everywhere. You know, it's one of those characters became part of the American pop culture of the last 10, 15 years. So I knew about the existence, but I was not so much into it until I read the script. And then I thought, oh my God, this is absolutely surreal. This is a way more interesting than I thought, actually, and that's probably part of the success of the piece. So we try just to use all of those surreal sides, the endless possibilities, in a character, actually, SpongeBob, that is very positive. There is no obstacle that this guy cannot overcome. And that's a very beautiful message for kids.
It must have been difficult for you acting predominantly by yourself, though. I mean, I spend a lot of time speaking to myself in my flat, but
then you're ready.
Acting must be completely different.
It was more difficult than normal. It's just weird. You just don't have practically anybody in front of you to interact with. But that, you know, is the nature of the piece. I knew that from the beginning, so I put it in my mind that was going to happen. A lot of green screen sometimes. Some of the things that were happening around us weren't happening, so you have to imagine them. You know, and then there is a wave of bubbles that takes me at the end. You know, so basically I was just hanging on cables, running in the middle of the street, and just, you know, imagine everything that was happening around, you know, that I was just taken by this kind of tsunami of bubbles. And so all of those things you try just to act, you know, as a kid. You know, there are no better actors than kids because they totally believe what they're doing. When I was playing cowboys and Indians at the age of 6, 7 with my brother, I remember believing completely what I was doing. Just being in a corner with my gun, just waiting for the Indians to come. And I remember panting there, and you cannot hear me. So all of those things, I totally believe. In a way, we actors are kids who decided not to grow up.
You're perfect for the role then, perfect. You slip into it so easily. You got the pirate thing down so well. So I want to know, I mean, lots of kids I'm sure want to know as well, your top 3 tips for being a convincing pirate.
I try just to imagine what a pirate was in my mind when I was a kid. And I saw basically a character that was bigger than life, freer than the rest of the mortals, who has a big laugh, and who moves very fast and very agile, and is capable of just, you know, spinning around the mast or jumping here and doing things that normally people don't do. So, and I try just to put a lot of those things in the character I was playing, and the possibilities that movies they have in our days with new technologies and stuff like that allow you to do the impossible. And so we were just searching for the impossible and trying just to photograph that.
Absolutely. Well, you join a long line of actors who have played pirates now. Apart from yourself, who would you say is a great pirate?
Well, there are many in the history of motion pictures, but obviously the one that everybody has in mind now is Jack Sparrow, of course. I think Johnny did a very special creation, you know, with a pirate. It's different to any other pirate that we saw before. I tried to escape from that kind of gravity, because as the pirate everybody had in mind, and I tried to go to something more classic in a way. In a character that actually is a pirate, but it's a narrator and it's a cook at the same time. I wanted to have in this movie basically a possibility of laughing off myself, not taking yourself too seriously, and to understand that the movie that we were doing was for kids, so that I have certain parameters and certain borders that I couldn't cross, you know. So I had to be careful with that. But I had a bunch of people around who were actually, measuring the possibility that I could have to go a little bit too serious, with the characters.
No, you did it well. You did it well. And I just want to finish off by asking you. Obviously, Burger Vid's got a great amount of facial hair.
No,
Can you ever see yourself growing that type?
No way. No way. I wouldn't do that. No. Even if I want to punish myself, for whatever bad thing that I did, I wouldn't do that. No.
All right then. Well, Antonia, I really enjoyed SpongeBob. I hope
you.
everyone else does. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You take care. Thank you.